Hello, my name is Helen Cleugh and I'm the Vice Chair of the World Climate Research Programme's Joint Scientific Committee. We provide oversight and guidance to the World Climate Research Programme, which coordinates and facilitates international climate research. For most of my career, I've been a scientist in Australia's National Science Agency, the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, or CSIRO for short. My research explores the interactions between the land surface and the atmosphere and how this affects weather, climate and hydrology. Mostly this has involved measuring the surface exchanges of energy, water vapour and carbon dioxide, but I've also been involved in developing and improving land surface models of varying complexity. For over a decade, I've also been a senior leader in atmospheric and climate science within CSIRO. When I embarked on my research career in the early 1980s, there were very few, if any, senior women in my chosen area of science, so I didn't really have any role models. At the time, this didn't concern me because I was so fortunate. I was part of a really supportive team of male and female colleagues, and I have had supervisors and mentors throughout my career who have helped me realise many wonderful opportunities. And while I know I've been luckier than many others, there are, however, some important lessons that I can draw from my experience. For example, as individuals, it's so important to find a supportive team to work with, where you're respected and valued, and it's so much more fun to work in a team anyway. And if you're a supervisor or boss, then you have a responsibility to provide a constructive learning and a supportive and positive working environment, and also to lead by example. And we can all work with our institutions to find ways to address barriers. For example, when I was pregnant with my son, over 20 years ago now, I convinced CSIRO that it was just ridiculous not to provide a short-term replacement when women scientists went on maternity leave, like I was about to do. They did this for secretaries, why not do it for scientists? To this day, CSIRO scientists can now be backfilled when they go on maternity or paternity leave. So that was one small thing that I was able to do. I want to finish by talking about WCRP. Like me, WCRP started over 4 decades ago, and it's fair to say that there were very few women involved in those early days. Thankfully, that situation has improved a lot over the decades, and WCRP is now a much more diverse climate science community, and we see this across all of our core activities. We've built networks and we've strengthened communities of climate researchers across the world through WCRP's coordination and science activities. But we also know that there are regions where WCRP are not well engaged, and we know that the diversity of our leadership doesn't always reflect the global climate research community. So the JSC and our leadership team in general know that there is still much to be done, and we are unanimously committed to an inclusive and diverse WCRP. And to achieve this, we continue to review and improve our policies, and we're actively exploring new ideas, I should say, for ways to work differently. And that's one of the reasons why I asked a few WCRP colleagues to share some of their experiences and suggestions. And I encourage you to take the time to listen to what they have to say. Before I go, one more thing. I want to thank those women whose careers went before me and who paved the way for my career. And I applaud my younger colleagues. Your skills, your energy and your strength are awesome and frankly inspiring. You're so important to WCRP's success today, and you're so important to our ability to achieve our vision for a sustainable climate future. Thank you.